let's kick it off. Hello everybody. Welcome to Tiebreakers. We've got a conflict here where only two can advance, but these two had the exact same score. So is it going to be nyxnyxnyx, or is it going to be the face? We'll see which of the two of these will be able to advance. I initially mentioned that these guys would be doing a best of three. Actually, at first I thought they'd just do a best of one, but they decided to do a best of three, which we can grandfather that in as how the rules can just be. Because best of three is a lot nicer of a determinator. And the rule is they can use any of the decks that they want for either of the two games. So we may see Nyx bust out the Spirit of the Wild combo. We have not seen that go off yet. We might see Voth here with some control smash. Deep Impact doing a lot of work there with Crater. Or we might see the Face running around with Kara and the Wanderer just crushing everything. Or the Starhorn combo. Maybe Apex gets cast and then the game ends on the spot. Let's have a look at what these guys do. There are going to be 2 or 3 games, so it's going to be a very short broadcast. Game number 1 looks like this. And here is the combo that I mentioned a few moments ago. Deep Impact, the Crater. The Face here has some interesting options. Turn 1 could potentially just be 2 biometric hulks. Can't deal with both of them, right? Plasma Steel or Plasma Storm might be too late to deal with them. Or it might be just on time. Deep Impact is a pretty good way to deal with a building. Nyx is going to open up with a Kajuta, giving a discount to everything. Face here with a charming 25 mana creature that gets replaced for a 9 mana creature, which is about as unplayable. So here it is, building into building. You might as well building it right in the middle, right? Oh, the defensive building. So Deep Impact kind of clowns on this. Plasma Storm can also do the trick if a turn is passed and a mana is taken. And Nyx could potentially set himself up to get both mana. It's kind of a risky play, but Plasma Nyx Storm is going to be a backbreaker. Krygon's a pretty tricky one for the deck to take out. Because Deep Impact is just going to get hit by the shield off of it, so it takes 3 hits to deal with. But maybe the game will end before that even comes down. Nyx replaces Finding the Silhouette Tracer, immediately encouraging him to grab this mana, which probably means we're going to be seeing a Silhouette Tracer and a Crater. I don't know what that's accomplishing, so instead it's just going to be removal duo. Deep Impact and Crater, 2 mana, 2 mana, takes care of anything, pretty much. Quite nice. So Nyx got himself a little bit of an opener lead. But the Face here with a small healing solution. This could just be the Plasma Storm turn, because you generally want to play around your build opponent having a Timekeeper, unless the list specifically doesn't have him. We actually know that this list doesn't run Timekeeper because it's trying to cheat these out with Apex. So maybe stalling another turn is fine. That's kind of greedy though, to try to catch this other build. Nyx could just overload and start punching face. Although giving your opponent more cards when you're in a slightly better position is a little sketchy. But the card's in the deck, so it might as well be played if it shows up, right? Cast it, finds another removal. Okay, so next turn for real big plasma. Nyx's entire hand is just removal. The first plasma does a lot, but subsequent ones don't do a whole lot. So one of these plasma swords ought to be replaced. And Drogon for pushing damage. Mage Sworn, counter Drogon. But without having an Apex, the face doesn't really have much of a place to take the game. It's gonna be next turn Macantor, I guess, is at least decent. Positioning to take this top mana is a pretty big move, because next turn getting 7 could potentially actually just end the game. If a Apex is drawn, Apex support is drawn, so next turn the face could replace, find Apex, and then just have an explosive turn. Going to need it at this rate, because the damage is coming in hard. Once you've got more general damage than the other, you generally want to do as many trades as possible. At least that's the name of this game. So Macantor is still kind of plausible. Mage Sworn is decently good. It would immediately get answered by natural selection though, so we know that it's actually not good. 7 mana and has the Elder. So this means both natural selections here have to be used. This is the only way, other than taking... No, this is just the only way. So natural selection on the back egg, and then the first Elder can get hit, and then its egg can get smashed. It chews up a bunch of removal and eats the whole turn, but it's preferable to having this thing multiply. Nyx disagrees. Nyx decides to just stall it? But why? This Elder could have been dead. This is actually just the push 4 damage to face. Nyx taking an extremely greedy and aggressive line here. Probably necessary, feeling the pressure from the Apex player, but immediately punished. And that's it. 7 damage from this and 2 from this. Wow, 2 natural selections absolutely needed to be cast. You can't just take 7. There goes that lead. Game 1 goes to Endurement, also known as the Face, with the excellent Lizard Ditto going his way. So this is Nyx's chance to switch over to Fae. Maybe a Spirit combo could be a little more deadly than the Apex combo. I don't know if it comes out sooner though. But Face Striker certainly hits hard, so let's see if that can strike face. Game number 2 of nyxnyxnyx versus Endurement, also known as the Face. And in fact, it is the Face that's mixing it up. Kara Wanderer is here. And Nyx had a very fast mulligan. Some excellent turn 1 options here for Endurement. It's going to go with the mana, so everything can get powered up sooner. There's some line of thought to put the crystal in the center in front of your general, so it's more likely to connect with something. But this is more consistently going to get the side mana. Nyxnyxnyx here with a crypto in opening hand could potentially just go crypto BBS. Immediately start racking up attack damage. Seems to be pretty good with the Drogon on hands too. Pinging the crystal. Is that worth it? Maybe. Giving your opponent extra mana for the turn that's permanent seems worse than letting them just take the mana spring. So I would have actually pointed that 1 damage to face, but maybe is concerned about buffs of a minion doing something else. There's a wall. Fun fact, this is the one typed wall as Vespier, so it has some extra synergies. And with the Rift Beast in the back, this is just going to be generating so many extra cards, it's going to run away with value. See, Ragnora with Lava Lance will be able to eventually take it out. But Deep Impact is going to rely on a crater to show up to take it out. So replacing the Find a Crater seems like the play. Replaces and finds the Natural Selection, which is actually awful. Damn. It's going to be so long before this Natural Selection's online because of the Ice Walls that are taking up all this priority. Because it has to choose the lowest attack. And this Rift Beast is just slightly too powerful. There's some consideration to just drop a Capricious Marauder, because if it gets taken, you can just hit a wall to take it back. Here it comes. Probably place it where this top Bone Chill Barrier is. Being frozen for so long, definitely, it's not great. But just think, in 6 more turns, this Natural Selection turns on. So, the Flash Reincarnation telegraphs the Marauder, but we don't have a Marauder. What? Okay. Well, Indubitement could actually just take 2 steps forward and hit Drogon. So that doesn't seem great. Could this have been a misplay? Or accidentally choosing the wrong minion? Or being 1 mana short may have been actually it. Yeah, 4 to 5 mana. So, Wanderer is here to complicate things for Voth. Nyxnyxnyx can get rid of something with Deep Impact, but cannot get rid of this Rift Beast, which is the real menace. There is the line of play that makes Natural Selection a good draw against the Rift Beast, where Voth can clear this top mana, or this top Bone Chill Barrier, Drogon clears the bottom one. Nope, it's Marauder time. This line of play seems excellent too. This damage needs to be pushed, and there's... I was gonna say there's nothing to deal with it, and then Indubitement draws the dog transformation off the top. Very nice timing. So the bomb is likely turning into a 3/3, and then Rift Beast to top the hand back up again. This thing has gotten like 6 hits. Or it's gotten like 3, but throughout the game it's probably getting twice. Look at it go. And Bloodbound Mentor is actually pretty nice. Maybe not for this turn, but for follow-up ones. Yeah, between the wall hit and the general hit, this minion disappears. Or between the wall hit and Maw. Yep. +1 for Maw. Nyx finally has the option to take out Rift Beast, but it's not even the focus anymore. Gotta push damage somehow. Icebreak Ambush, pretty good for the position, because it's likely going to be within striking distance of something. Black Locust takes a long time to get online because it multiplies. Bloodbound Mentor, quite good. Bloodbound Mentor plus Zix. I like that. This is nice too. Icebreak Ambush. Rift Beast coming in to fight. But we've got this overwhelming army now from the face. Could do a full surround here, as well as take out the War Beast. Nyxnyxnyx will have to do something like War Beast his way in, just War Beast after War Beast. I don't even know if it's worth it to go for the Rift Beast at this point, because the damage has been done. His action bar would have been empty otherwise. There's a lot of consideration here between Crater and Deep Impact, because something could be deleted. And is it the 6/6 flyer? But it is tempting to just cast Mechanic War Beast turn over turn. So here it is. Temptation too strong. This does give the Wolf Raven free pickings. I actually would have used the General to bash it and take a ton of damage, because since it's got flying, it's going to find the best place to be anyway. But maybe escaping is the better play, because now that nyxnyxnyx is this far forward, the infiltration won't work. So the snow chasers can't really chase. Absolutely stacked grip here. Even if a True Sight came down, it couldn't be countered by the Crater. A lot of great options. Snow Chaser might as well attack, otherwise it'll just get hit by Frenzy, right? Could also just be standing around and be intimidating. That's a popular tactic. And the Wolf Raven could hide in the corner or immediately just cashed in. Pretty dire situation for Nyx, who hasn't been able to get any card drawing of them for themselves. Well, here's the whammy. The counter to this is 2 Craters in a row. one had already been played, so the chances of getting the other one is 1 in 29. It would actually be an amazing play because it would shred the Wolf Raven. Replaces immediately and doesn't find it. Oh, 2 craters would have been such a good reset on this board. But as is, this natural selection got absolutely gimped in the early game because of the ice walls. That combined with the Rift Beast was absolutely what got FaZe so far ahead in this game. Let's see, is there any coming back of it? At least Deep Impact plus Crater can take out a threat. Biggest threat being the 6-power flyer back here. But then there's just so much damage incoming. Might as well stand in the exact center. This is no longer exact lethal. This is 12 damage. So Nyx could survive with 1 hit point. So the FaZe is going to want to give himself some kind of wall, maybe drop a Voice of the Wind, get it to proc right away, maybe drop a Lady Lock, get some provoking going. The text box look a little funny because it looks like it says it's handing off provoke. And then go to 1, so even a Kratos or a Crater play within it. Just needed some of those plasma storms. That would have really helped. But now here is just infinite units with incredible stats and a good keyword. And here's a single copy of a spell. Well, congratulations and doodlement! The FaZe has advanced again to the top 4. As Nyx has been eliminated. Yeah, so the advances from Group A, we've got the FaZe plus Thextera. And from Group B, the advances we've got myself, Traz, and Venator, the 4th. As for the next round matches, we've got Thextera versus Venator, and me versus FaZe. So I'll post those matchups in about a day or so. We are done. But hey, we got some packs, so we might as well crack these before we sign off. You do get all cards in DGG, but these are just some new cosmetic options that have been unlocked. There's a chance for a really rare one that I haven't seen. Okay, I can't show off the rare skin, but hopefully some broadcasts will be able to show those off. Okay. Tour boards, huh? Well, it has been a slice. Have a good time, everybody. Happy New Year. And goodbye. See you next time.